Hi everyone, I wanted to show you today something a little bit different than my usual vintage style uploads. So I'm going to share with you some of my Parchment craft cards, and if you haven't come across Parchment craft before, they're all made from a regular piece of parchment, which is just like vellum. It tends to be a little bit thicker than vellum, but that's how it starts out. Okay, and you use various tools and inks to emboss and add colour. So the first one is this one here, which is butterflies. Okay, and this one here is a wedding card that I did. And you can probably see as well the patterns are traced with a white ink and a pen nib, and then there's various sections cut out as well, and then embossed images, which is typical of Parchment craft. So all this work here is embossed. This one here, this one I used colour pencils on as well, and there's gold ink on this one rather than just the white, so there's gold along the border there. Just trying to give you a close up of the edges so you can see the where the needle tool makes the piercings there, and there's the image. This one is probably one of my favourite ones, a little geisha scene that I did. Again, exactly the same techniques, it's all on just a regular sheet of parchment, and this one was done with acrylic paints, and obviously there's some cut work on there as well. So that's that one. This one is a lily, and there's quite a lot of cut work on this one. Most of these cards typically take at least a full day to complete, if not 2 days. This one is probably one of my favourites as well. I really like the colours on this, and this was done on a coloured parchment, so that's why it's got the creamy colour. So, and it's obviously got the black rather than the white, so I like the contrast there. This one here, the ones that are in envelopes, these are ones that we used for a magazine a couple of years ago. So this is one of them. This was a magnolia blossom that I did. And the inside, to get that contrasting colour, there's pearlescent cards on the inside there. And this also was a magazine one. And this time, to get the rainbow effect, you use colours on the other side of the parchment. You can't really see them too well, and I have got a rainbow effect parchment as well, but there is colour on that side. It gives you that lovely, really subtle rainbow pattern. And you can see the detail on the embossed work there. All the centre part is embossed. And this one, there's a lot of cut work in this one. This would be one of the ones that takes a lot of time because of the amount of cutting. And obviously parchment is quite frail, so you've got to be really careful with it. And again, it's got the pearlescent card on the inside for a colour contrast. And this one, probably my favourite one of the ones that were published, is this butterfly one here. Again, a lot of cut work went into this one, so it is very, very time consuming, and there's some gold outline on it as well. You can see how delicate the cut work is there. So that's that one, and the last one they used was this one here, which was never really one of my favourites, but I like the colours of it, and I like the little flowers. So that's that one. Then just a little heart one. This was one of the first ones that I did, and there's some cut work on the centre of the hearts there. And this one that was done with acrylics, this one has a cut border and a little bird, and I like the fact that it's mostly white with just a small hint of colour. This one is just a blue and white one. Quite plain, that one. And this was the first painted one that I did, so I quite like this one. I still like this one and how it turned out. And this one I like as well because I was quite pleased with how the cat came out, because obviously I had to draw that freehand. So again, cut work in the border there. And another one, this was also done with acrylics, and all the little hearts are embossed, and then there's perforations around them. That little top bit's got bent over. And another butterfly, similar to the one that I showed earlier. Slightly different design there. Lots of embossed work. And the black outline. And an Art Nouveau type one with black outline again. And lots of cut work. I'm going to show you a close up on that. Another lilies one. Mostly white, that one. And another, I think this was supposed to be fans, the pattern on here. I quite like that one. Spring flowers on this one. Again, the cut work and the colour coming through, where I just coloured the cards underneath. And this one, a floral one with a little border and lots of cut work on there again. There's cut work in this one, quite detailed cut work, and little flowers on it. And this is a fuchsia card, which I was quite pleased with how this came out. This was done with colour pencils. Another sort of plainish one with mostly the white work. I do like the white work on its own with just a hint of gold on it, but I also like these quite detailed ones too. So that's got gold scroll work at the top, it's all embossed, and lots of cut work on there. This one was done with a mixture of colour pencils and acrylics. I quite like how that came out. No cut work on that one. That was quite an early one. I quite like the flowers though. This one's got a little envelope with a pocket on it. Lots and lots of detail on that one. And it was really quite tricky to get the flowers cut in the right place for the envelope. Obviously one cut and the whole card was ruined if it was in the wrong place. I'm just going to speed up to try and get through these now. So it's one with roses. A tulips one, lots of gold work there. A little duck which I quite like, just white work and blue. And this is probably the most complicated one I did, which is a fan, which is hopefully going to be framed at some point. But there's lots and lots of detail in this piece. So there's cut work, there's embossed work, there's painting, more cut work. It really took a long time. I think it took about a week, this one. Anyway, they are my Parchment craft creations. Hope you like them. Please leave me a comment if you do, and thanks for watching. Bye.